Your man comes home and he's hungry. Would you wake up and make him a meal?
No.
Hell no, he can
Be
buy his own
independent.
shit.
Be independent.
No, he makes me a meal. What the f***?
I didn't hear your answer.
I mean, I'm happily married. I'd make him a meal.
You'd make it?
Thanks, man.
No, take it back. I'll make the meal. I'll make the meal.
2 divorces.
Kids?
Yes.
How
I
many
have
kids?
3.
From how many fathers?
2. So I have 2 to my first marriage and then 1 from a guy I dated in high school.
And then question the 2 divorces. Who initiated them?
I did for both.
Briefly, what was the reason for the first one?
The first one, he was kind of manipulative and controlled.
Really quickly, how was he controlling?
I couldn't spend any money. I had to get permission to spend anything. I didn't work. I stayed at home. I had to cook. I had to clean. If I didn't have dinner ready when he expected it to be ready, he would be upset.
Okay, and you stayed home and he provided everything?
Yeah.
And you wouldn't have dinner ready when he got home?
Well, I had to maintain 2 small children.
Did you have friends that you were
No.
allowed to go see?
His friends kind of became my friends, and one of her friends, and this is going to sound bad, who ended up being my second husband, stopped coming to our house because he said he didn't like the way he talked to me. And
Wait, so you started dating one of your buddy's good friends?
I know I'm not a good person.
Yeah, that's
like
bad.
I'm a bag. That's okay.
Wait, what?
She started banging her boyfriend's best friend.
No, they weren't best friends.
Well, they were close enough.
Were you still
Let's get this straight. They were not best friends.
Maybe not anymore, they're not.
Wait,
How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
How much do you weigh?
That's none of your business. I told you I was fat.
Oh, okay. We don't play that shit on my channel. You get your big fat ass on somewhere then. God damn! I don't deal with you big sassy ass broads. Where would you rank yourself on the marketplace?
8.
Out of what, 100?
Okay, what is it? What we rating from 1 to 10?
If you, yeah.
Okay, 9.
God damn! Okay, have a good day. If you had to rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10 and you can't use 7, face only, no hair extensions, your natural hair, your natural face, what would you give yourself?
Interesting. 8.
Nope.
No?
No.
Okay, so if I wanted a high volume man, what do I do?
Be reincarnated. You can't get one. I'm gonna be honest, you can't.
I have a master's in public administration, and I have a law degree.
How tall are you?
5'9".
Dress size?
16.
You didn't choose to be single.
I'm sorry?
Do you have any kids?
No kids. My ex had 4, so I'm trying to, that's kind of a big number. Oh,
Why'd you pop?
I know it's an unpopular opinion, but me, I typically don't like dating men without children, especially after a certain age. I just think it's weird, you know, and I have a child and I love children and God only gave me one, so I want to be with someone who has children. I've never dated a man that didn't have children. And that's a deal breaker than the average woman.
Gotcha.
So a man without children is weird to you?
After a certain age, yeah, I feel like after a certain age, you don't have no children. It's just strange to me. You know, like nobody owed you. Nobody took them genetics. You know, like I think it's strange. You know, so it's a personal preference.
No, that's good.
And why'd you pop your balloon?
As she talked a little more, I thought about the fact that I don't want any other kids, and I do only have 1 kid, so I think I would rather someone who had a kid already, just because I don't want to have any more, and I wouldn't want to date anybody who didn't have kids, because they probably want kids.
Gotcha.
Okay.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like, they can maybe tell him, like, your fucking shots suck tonight. But, like, the looks and all of that is just, like, not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do.
What pisses me off is the discourse around how women only go for the top 15% of men. Like, am I supposed to be going for the fat loser who doesn't have a job and lives at home? Am I supposed to be attracted to that? Obviously, I'm going to be attracted to the guy who's ambitious, the guy who's manly, the guy who takes care of himself and his health and works out, the guy who's tall, the guy who's going to give my kids good genetics. Why on earth would I be attracted to the fat loser? Or any loser for that matter. Even an average guy. Like, why, if I could pick the best of the best, why would I be attracted to the mid-tier? Like, hello. Especially if I'm a top quality girl. What happened to earning your place in this world? You're gonna be a loser in this life and then expect people to want you? Like, that's just common sense that that's not going to happen. Like, if I was fat and ugly, I would not be surprised that men are not going for me and instead they want the girls who are fit and beautiful. Like, I didn't earn to be on their level. I didn't earn to be wanted like that. So maybe instead of complaining that women only want the top 15%, work on becoming top 15% or somewhere near that number. Instead of sitting at home being a loser, trying to be a little victim.
My grandma says there are only two things in life that you worry about. Whether you're healthy or whether you're sick. If you're healthy, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you're sick, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to get better, whether you're going to get worse. You get better, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you get worse, you got two things to worry about. Whether you're going to live, whether you're going to die. If you live, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you die, you got two things. Whether you're going to heaven, whether you're going to hell. If you go to heaven, you ain't got nothing to worry about. But if you go to hell, you got two things to worry about. Original or extra crispy? That's the
And when I say all of these men bring value into my life in different ways, I really urge other women to experiment and date different men at the same time.
Jeez. Jesus Christ.
Now, they all have different purposes. One is an amazing provider. He literally provides everything that I need. If I call him up right now and say, hey, I need this, or my kids need this man is willing to jump to come help me. But the thing is, he kind of lacks my interest in adult time. So that's where my second one comes into play. When I say he is an amazing friend, he is the most amazing friend in this world. But the thing is, he's kind of lacking in the providing area, but he provides in ways that are very satisfying to me. When I say he is amazing when it comes down to adult times, yes, I keep him in the back of my pocket. Then we have the last one, which is my older man. He's the one that likes to wine and dine me. He takes me out. We do a lot of fun things together. All he asks is for me to spend time with him. And whenever he wants to go out, I go out with him. We do a lot of shopping. I help him with groceries. Like, there are just things that he said he feels lonely, and I'm just there for companionship. We literally sit in his garden just talking. This man has taught me so many things, and he doesn't ask for much, and that's the beautiful thing about it. And ladies, when I say keep your options open, keep them open until one of them men get on their knees and they ask you to marry them. Baby, date them all, because every man will bring out a different side of you. And yes, I will add on another man if another man comes around and brings value to my life.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
If you can't pay for your own personal care, don't date. A man should not be paying for your hair, nails, lashes, or brows. That's personal care. That's like dating a man and him expecting you to pay for his haircuts. If you can't afford the lifestyle that you want, don't make it someone else's bill.
I've been the side chick for married men for a long time. So I have a chapter in here called Do Married Men Really Treat You Better? There was a moment in my life where if it was bills, if it was helping me through college, if it was my birthday and holidays, those are the men that showed up in my life. And I've definitely outgrown that now. I'm 35. I'm not looking to be anybody's side chick, but it leans into just a lot of me realizing the lack of worth that I had for myself, the lack of respect I had for myself. And unfortunately, I was like a slave to the dollar. But like, how else are these bills getting paid? Like, I bartended, I worked, I did multiple jobs all the time. But yeah, it was always like, okay, well, if I could spend your money. And to me, if you're a married man, this ain't about love. So you want something out of me, I want something out of you. And it was like those types of conversations that I was having in my my late teens, early 20s that kind of shaped the way I view relationships even today.
So that make you like, man, I can't really.
I mean, to me, it's maybe why I lean into ethical non-monogamy. I don't believe in monogamy. I think that traditional way of thinking is unrealistic.
Okay.
You can love multiple people. When we come into romantic partnerships, we have unrealistic expectations of our partners. So we could have multiple friends. We could have multiple siblings that we love. We love both parents. We love grandparents, uncles, aunts. We're taught to love all of these people. But however, when we get into a romantic relationship, it has to be only this person. The possessiveness of it, it doesn't appear natural to me.
I advocate that men start having more conversations and aligning with women who have something to lose. Because what I found to be interesting is that the way we talk about relationships and how they may fail and the financial weight will fall on us, you'll find that most women talk the same way when they have actually something to lose. When they're entering into a relationship where their 401k is up for grabs or all the things that they work to achieve are now being subject to being, split down the middle. Or, gosh, I've watched women online talk about, how dare I have to pay a man to leave the relationship, which is sometimes what we're saying.
Yeah,
if we're gonna divorce, I really think that the law should change. If I have to pay you alimony and we no longer going to be together in a marital state, then I should be able to have access to your body. I should be able to drop by whatever address you live at and still get a meal, get my clothes washed, and bust it down if I'm still paying for your lifestyle. And
I agree.
And I believe that would cause a different type. What happened?
Yeah, you see, they don't like it. They would rather divorce a man and the man keeps paying them money, alimony, spousal support, while the next man claps them cheeks. To be honest, I'm starting to think men don't have an issue with splitting 50-50, resources with a woman after divorce. I think most men have an issue with, you took some of my property, I'm still paying you alimony, spousal support, but another man is clapping them cheeks, yet I'm still paying you and I'm not with you. You're not cooking me a meal. True is right.
If you ranked yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you do?
What?
Yeah, let's get back to reality.
No, I'm in reality.
No, you're not in reality.
I'm in reality.
You're not in reality. If you're going to be a 10, we can end this. Because that's not reality. You're not a supermodel.
So I'm far from ugly, honey.
I didn't say that.
So
you made this combative, man. If you really want to say you're a 10, that's fine. But show me what the model contracts are.
I don't want to be a model.
I didn't ask you whether you want to be a model or not.
Somebody asked me today.
But you're not. But man, you're not But you're not that. Come on.
Okay. Well, you said show me where the model contract. Somebody asked me today. Oh,
okay.
Do you model?
Let's try this. Let's try this again. Where would you honestly rank you?
I was muted. I apologize, man. Shout out to you guys. Boogie back in the building. Hope you guys can hear me and see me clearly. Just put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, man. Because I'm not sure if you can hear me. Let me just make sure you can hear me. Because I'm not sure if you can hear me. Let me just make sure. All right. I'm sure you guys can hear me now. What's up, Skinny? I see you in the chat. Shout out to you, bro, for the support. All right. The show already started. I was just, giving you just a little bit a little bit of what we're gonna be reviewing. So I was giving you a little bit of appetizers. Okay, the entry, is that what they call it? For those of you guys who go out for dinner dates. All right, let's get into it. First video, man. Shout out to you guys. Like the video as you're coming in. Nice cold Monday. Hope you guys survived the snowstorm. It was crazy. I think Skinny is in Florida. Skinny, you're in Florida, right? So Skinny didn't have to do any shoveling of the snow. So Skinny is all right. But we have so much to talk about. So let's get into it. I'm not even going to waste your time. Let's get into the first video, man. Give me 1 second. Oh, wait. I guess I messed up. I thought Skinny was in... Oh, who is this? This is Mr. Broadway Rabbit. Never seen you in the chat, bro. I'm sorry. Maybe you've been in the chat, but I've never... This is not familiar. I'm familiar with Skinny, not Mr. Broadway Rabbit. Shout out to you, bro, man. Shout out for the support. Okay. Let's get into it. You guys have seen Brianna. Brianna is back. Guys, just so you know, I may bring Brianna to my channel soon. So I don't know when, but I may definitely bring her to the channel just to have a conversation, man. I know she looks good. She sounds good, feminine energy, but let's get into it. The black women probably don't like her because she speaks positively about men. So no surprise there. Let's go.
One of the biggest problems with in dating is the fact that we are moralists, and a lot of us just all around from inception, we're not taught to be good people. The whole culture of being a man and having other men respect you is something of morals. Realness, loyalty, hardworking, these are all things that are attached to manhood from birth. And women are raised under a system that raised us out the gate to be validated. We don't have to earn our validation the way men do. That leads us into a life of being moralless and standardless, and it shows up in the way that we date. I empathize with men, I sympathize, all that, because I cannot imagine how confusing it must be and how frustrating it must be to be dealing with standardless women and women who complain about their results but aren't accepting the fact that they lack standards. When we think about a standard, because a lot of people think they have standards, but standards are something that is cut and dry. It does not waver. It's not on a case-to-case basis. There's no gray area. It's your standard. It's what you put up with. It's what you won't put up with. And it doesn't change. It isn't modifiable. And women don't move like that. Us women, we do not move like that. We will have a certain criteria that one guy has to meet, and then another guy gets a completely different criteria. Some men, we'll put them in a position where they have to jump through hoops to get with us. Meanwhile, the guy that, might be a scammer, you might be attracted to, he might catch you on a day when you're in the mood or you're feeling it or you're lonely. He can hit, he can hang out, he can come to your house, he can do whatever just because you don't have standards. You're wavering, you're double-minded. You don't have this one set thing where it's like, hey, I'm a woman of this caliber. This is what I command. This is what I attract across the board. I don't deal with anything less. We're not moving like that as women. And that is problematic. And we have to take responsibility. You cannot be upset about your results. Oh, things aren't going my way. Oh, I'm not getting what I want. Oh, I'm not married. The key is, and this part is for the young girls, because what I've been talking about all along is for all of us, but this specific segment is for the young girls, because all of us older, we're already tainted, we're already cooked, all of that. I'm not saying doom and gloom,
That's
there's
true.
nothing that you can do, but this part is for the women who haven't ruined themselves yet. The key is to hold on to your purity, remain a virgin, period. Keep it, and make that standard what it is for the right man to get that from you. But us women who have multiple bodies, who have slept with more than one person outside of our husband, if you even have a husband, you have to accept what it is. We're not teaching our girls to have that standard. The prize is, as a woman, it's been so normalized to just sleep around. And I'm not even saying sleep around crazy, but even we're not designed to have more than one body. We're literally like plugs and outlets. Like, men are the plug, we're the outlet.
Yeah, but women out here want to be like men. But imagine if all older women advised women to choose better, to be more picky, and to not make the same bad decisions that they made not to become single moms. But the issue is older women out here are competing with younger women for the same kind of men. Usually they don't speak positively about relationships because usually they're single anyway or divorced. But you have a woman out here literally telling younger women, don't sleep around, remain a virgin. How many younger women do you think are going to listen to this? Because they want to, you remember the whole sexual liberation, my body, my choice, I can do what a man can do. That's what they preach to them. But if you have a woman like Brianna actually preaching a positive message to the younger women, like I said, and she said it too, I've been telling you guys, if you meet a woman who's 30 and above, there's a high chance she has met multiple good men. And I've been asking you guys, ask yourself a question. If the woman you're meeting, that love of your life, let's say she's 30, 31, 32 and above, and then you meet her and you think she's the love of your life, ask yourself if there's a chance, which is like 90% chance, she has met good men before you, taller men, richer men, and she couldn't settle down with them. What makes you think she's going to settle down with you? That's a good question. And that's why she was saying, she even admitted, because, you know, most times women don't admit. She literally said, as older women, we are already tainted. We have already been, you know, all over the streets.
Plugs can literally fit in multiple outlets. That's just how it's designed. But outlets, you're just one outlet. You stay put. You don't travel around. You can't, like, it's just a totally different way. We as women are designed to sit as outlets and only accept one plug. But we're not, that has been thrown out the window. There's no standard for that. We move with men on a case-to-case basis. Oh, if he's fine, he can do this with me. Oh, if he has money, he can do that with me. Oh, if he buys me this, he has to do more. That guy's short. He has a different criteria. That's not the way a woman of standards move. We have to bring standards back.
Yeah, but unfortunately, you're going to meet even single moms. You can meet a single mom with 2 kids by 2 different men, and she will literally have higher standards for you, the guy who's going to be a stepfather, more than she had for the guys she had babies with. I'm not kidding you. It's crazy. So she's going to ask you, the new guy, the stepfather. First of all, she's going to tell you you have to wait till marriage for sex. That's number one. And then number 2, she's going to tell you that you have to accept her as a package. Her and the kids are a package. And then she's going to tell you, you got to make 6 figures. And then if you try to ask her, did the baby daddies make 6 figures? Some of them are in jail. Some of them can't keep a job. But you, the good guy, you got to make the 6 figures. So women have standards, but their standards are upside down. They make standards for the good guy, and then for the bad boy, the gangster, they never have standards for them.
Standards have been gone for a very long time, We have to normalize having standards. And so many women who guess better late than never, but when you do,
It's too late.
it's kind of hustling backwards, you know? You've lived your life accumulating all these bodies, all these soul ties, and then you want to act holier than thou. I'm telling you this because I've learned this, I know this, and I want to stop as many women as possible from ruining themselves, from tainting themselves. The biggest flex ever as a woman is to say, I've only been with one man, which is my husband.
Oh,
That's the way God designed us as women. That's how we're supposed to move. Instead, we just have this spirit on us. And now this is my own personal theory, not to get super off track, but I personally believe women are so sexual and promiscuous because we lack the soft skills of femininity, and having sex with a man is the quickest guaranteed way to get the validation. And
That's true. So because they cannot cook for a man, they would rather give you all the styles in the world and make up for not being able to cook, because they're not as feminine and they're not as soft, meaning there is nothing else about them that is going to keep a man. So what they do is get them chicks clapped. That's why they always attach the money to them opening their legs. They're thinking about, if I'm going to open my legs to you, you're going to pay the bills. They're not thinking about if I'm going to cook for you, if I'm going to, be your piece and help you grow your business. No, they always equate the man providing to them opening their legs.
people act like women act like they don't seek validation, but they 100% do. Women crave validation from men, whether they'll admit it or not. And when you lack the soft skills of being a woman, being flirty, being dainty, being womanly, just having that aura about you, the cheapest way to get your fix, which is the validation or the sex, is to open your legs. That's the quickest way to do it. And being that so many of us lack those soft skills, we're not taught those soft skills, didn't develop those soft skills, we just take the easy way out, which is sex. And then anything to do with us, then we're upset. It doesn't make sense. It's not working for us. It's, again, women, we have to teach our girls to have standards, and we need to have standards. And if we've lived our whole lives being standardless, it's not for us to get old and act like, oh, now I need a man that's gonna basically be perfect, when you've been accepting mediocrity your whole life. And by accepting that mediocrity, you have become mediocrity. So I'll wrap it up there. I love y'all. Let's bring back standards.
Man, shout out to Brianna. Guys, now I haven't seen her on different panels. I've not seen her on other channels trying to have conversation. So I don't know if she does that, but I definitely would love to bring her to my channel sometime in the future, just to have a conversation about these issues, right? Because it's very rare to see a woman try to hold other women accountable. You guys know that. But apart from her beauty, because this is the part where you guys are going to say Boogie is simping. But if we're going to be honest, apart from her beauty, When was the last time you heard a woman talk so nicely, so softly, right? To the extent that you can listen to her and even fall asleep just listening to the sound of her voice. So nice and soft. Because I know some of you guys love the hood cheeks, love the rah 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 kind of women. But when was the last time you listened to a black woman? She's not, you know how they speak using their hands like this and snatching souls and saying period poo and saying clock it. I don't know whatever the fuck they be doing. But when was the last time you listened to a black woman speak so nicely and softly? Put it in the chat. When was the last time? The way she was doing it. Because you could listen how to read a storybook all day, if we're going to be honest. Man, shout out to Brianna, man. All right. I know my internet is kind of a little bit jumpy. I guess everyone is home on the internet. So, but let's get to the next video. Oh, Skinny said he's in Florida. Oh, yeah. I remember that, Skinny. I think you said Tallahassee. And that's how I remember because of T-Pain. I remember that now. All right, let's go to the, oh, okay. Let's go to the next video. Shout out to you guys, like the video. Shout out to you for being here with me. Like the video. Let's get to the next video. But shout out to Brianna, man. I may have to bring her over here so we can talk about it.
Wait a minute. So, Darwin, isn't that what we're supposed to do, though? Aren't we supposed to go for the man who has the resources and us and provide?
Depending on principles or rhetoric prescribed, you may find that it's expected that you go after that, but you don't have to. We create a society where you can create enough resources to be able to balance the difference between genders as far as socioeconomic status. If you're a woman who can reach up to 70 to 80, 90K above, hell, you can actually take a care man and sit him home. So it's just based on your own prerogative on what you see as.
I'm not saying that's the majority. I'm just saying, like, you can't.
There's a social norm that says, a woman should go after the highest bidder.
To do for that, then, if
the same, you want to answer that? I can answer that for you.
But that wasn't the social. But that's not the social norm. That's not true. So first of all,
okay, go ahead. I was going to answer and then I'll pass it to you. She asked me what we wanted to do with that.
So fathers used to pass off their daughters. That was not the social norm where women picking the biggest and baddest. And money is a social construct. So we can't say that's the social norm. The social norm was that you had to meet the father, and the father picked who his daughter would be with, and so she can have security for life. It wasn't no picking from the biggest and baddest and who had the most money as well too. That could be a luxury if the prince or somebody in a high status picked your daughter, but a man was trying to find security for his daughter, and you would marry off your daughter. It wasn't her out there by herself picking the biggest and baddest and having all these bodies and not being able to be loyal with nobody, using hypergamy as social mobility where she can't even stop herself. So it's not, hypergamy is not nature. That's what we're teaching right now. But women typically look for security, just like we look for somebody to love us, and it would stop there. This stuff what we're doing now is the perversion of love, and it's a perversion of what she's actually looking for as well too, is with the security, because she can't do what we do. If I was going to ask this before I came up, if you gave Boheme, Pearl, Ty to all the men on the panel to be your wives, you be loyal to them for life. You may step out and deal with multiple women, but you be loyal to them for life. If you gave Boheme, Pearl, and Ty, all of us, Most of them today would not stay with those guys. A lot of women can't stay loyal to monogamy, and they can't stay loyal to polygamy, and they'll say it traumatizes them and they need to heal from it. Men don't have to heal from dealing with a lot of women. A lot of men are trying to get access to a lot of women, where women get access to a lot of men, but it compromises them and they become traumatized from it by their own self statements, the statements that they're making, that they have to go to therapy for it. They're going to church to rebrand. And most of them are still healing at 40 and 50 years old because they've been dealing with so many men, where men are begging to touch a woman and they can operate with a lot of women. So we're not the same, and it's not nature.
You don't think men have been through trauma from women?
What's that?
You don't think men have experienced the need to heal from trauma from women?
A broken heart. A man, a pearl. Don't know man want no virgin. Don't know woman want no virgin. And she don't want no man who not experienced. She wants a very sexually experienced man, true. And she wants who all the women want. So man ain't nature and reality told me that.
Told you that.
Arrest me, Daddy.
Yeah. So a man who has a lot of women is extremely valued in society, and they progress in society, and they become great lovers when they deal with a lot of women. They know how to talk to women, and they know how to maneuver with women, and they know women's games. So if you don't have access to women, that woman will use you instead of the man using her.
But isn't the man supposed to be more experienced? Like, aren't you supposed to vet and go through the process of women? So that would be expected, as opposed to a woman going through a slew of men trying to figure it out. So wouldn't that be different though?
But don't make sure you stay on my point. If I deal with 20 women, it makes me happy. If you deal with 20 men, it compromises you and it traumatizes you.
Yep.
It's not natural for you.
And that's what I'm saying. So when you say you deal with the 20 women, these 20 women are not the high caliber pick up a pick. You're dealing with women who are, they're not. There's a caliber of different women. Okay, we don't even have to go through that. My point that I'm making is, like, after you've gone through so many of those women, are you telling me there's no trauma that you need to hear from? Just every experience was great. You just geared up. You ready to go for the next.
What breaks a man? Man ain't shocked by no hoe. So if he dealing with hoes, that the hoe don't take him off guard. That's a hoe. It's the woman who he thought wasn't a hoe that breaks his heart, that messes him up almost for life. It's the woman that he trusted and thought it was an angel that messes him up when his heart gets broken. It ain't the hoes that's messing him up. The hoes keep him on his feet. But the women, when the man give him your heart and she breaks his heart, that's what can traumatize a man.
Also, I would like to,
and maybe that's why women scream about therapy the most. They're always trying to force men to go to therapy. But I'm always wondering, if women really go to therapy and therapy works, you can meet a woman who has been in therapy for 3 years. I probably should become a therapist, because clearly if a person is going to be seeing me for 3 years and there's still no change, women go to therapy for 3 years and still no change. So what's the use of therapy? It's just like somebody working out for 3 years and they never lose any weight, but they brag about going to the gym. So why the fuck are you wasting time going to the gym if nothing is changing? And then they're trying to force somebody else to do exactly what they're doing that doesn't work.
Answer your question. Ms. Pearl, you said, what would you?
That's what I was trying to do.
What would we expect y'all to do if you're saying that y'all were taught this, right? If this is a society norm, the same thing that y'all do with every other society norm, especially when it doesn't benefit you, you throw it away. Y'all, when we said it was a society norm for y'all to sit y'all ass down at home and take care of the kids, y'all threw that shit out the window as quickly as a pot of piss. So if you could throw that out, if you could throw out all the shit that you don't like that are society norms, then you could throw out all the shit that we don't like as society norms. So like Bruiser said, y'all live in a society where you no longer have to do that. You don't have to go outside and be like, oh man, I need to get the biggest, baddest person to take care of me, because you can take care of yourself. You, him can come together and y'all can be the shit together and work hard together. But y'all don't do that. What y'all do is y'all like to take all the society norms that benefit y'all and then throw out all the ones that benefit men that don't benefit you. So how you can do it, everything how you throw out everything that don't benefit you, you can throw out all the shit, all the programming that you had in your head that told you that it was okay for you to just sit back and make demands all day and expect men to just come in and take care of you. You can throw that shit out the window too.
Well, what I was gonna say was different. the way I was going to answer it is, what I would like for the women to do that are trying to swing big, and this is God going after the top guy, going after the highest bidder, is to just have the reality that because these guys have extreme optionality, to maybe embrace the likelihood that this man is going to be with other women, and not be so shocked whenever you encounter that experience.
No, I think the problem is women get approached by men of different calibers, right? The problem comes when a woman is approached by a rich man who's willing to spend money. So, because remember, not every rich man really spends money on them. They call them stingy rich men for a reason. But once a woman meets one guy, even if it's one guy, it doesn't have to happen 10 times, even if it happens for 3 months, but she meets this one guy who's willing to spend money on her, I can guarantee you, even if she takes another 20 years and she has never met another rich guy like that, she's always going to talk about what's standard and what she deserves. That's why you're going to meet some women who are going to tell you, oh, but my ex used to do this. Oh, but men do this for me. Oh, I'm used to men doing this for me. That's the type of treatment I'm used to. The best thing you can tell her, okay, if that's the type of treatment you're used to, go get that treatment. Because clearly, if you had that treatment, you wouldn't be here with Boogie going to Wendy's, going to Burger King. But if you're going to Burger King with me and you're saying you're not used to going to Burger King, you're used to Ruth Chris, you're used to men taking you to Ruth Chris, clearly the men taking you to Ruth Chris are nowhere to be seen. But my point is that usually happens because a woman will meet one rich man who will spend money on her and she will swear to God that's the type of treatment that she deserves. And that's a caliber of man she deserves. So she would take all this time, all these years, year after year, hoping to meet another rich man like that. So they get used to that kind of treatment, at least delusionally.
All right. Into the Black Dragon. I know you had something.
I just had a question as far as like women were taught about going after resources rather than the man. But my only question was, what is more resourceful than a man that loves you?
They don't care about love.
Both ways. That's a phenomenal question because most of y'all don't even like the high value guy, and most men don't really like the high value woman. She just had a pretty face, and a lot of the. I agree with you. In the Dragon, I agree with you. There's nothing greater on this earth than being loved. There's nothing on this earth that's greater than
I'm asking the women because they were saying they were taught. So I wanted the answer of, well, no matter what title you can have in the business or professional world, nobody in that world will love you. A man can love you and get you the world. So what would be more resourceful than a man that loves you?
They don't care about
love. I don't disagree with it. Like as a person who has matured and experienced life, I know exactly what is important for me.
But you can't get it.
But it's so the advice that we are given as young girls is very confusing and convoluted because you got your older women telling you, Lord. So we were taught to never be broke if a man is around. If you broke, you better not go without. If he around, you better not want for nothing. Basically, that man need to be giving you money. And then on the other hand, we're taught like, men only want one thing. You need to save yourself. You need to go to school, educate yourself, stand on your own 2 feet. But then when it comes around to, can you buy me a car? Well, you better get a boy with a car. So you're like, we're given so many different types of advice from so many people. This is not like our parents teaching us this or just certain the same message does not come from the same people. We are taught so many things.
Can I ask you this then?
You're taught so many things, but at the end of the day, you do what you want. You are taught not to have babies before you get married, but you still do. And then you are told, okay, if you're going to have a baby one time, that's one mistake. Don't go on and try to have a baby with a new guy. You do it. And then you meet a woman who has 5 kids by 5 different men. Like, how many times are you going to do the same thing over and over? And then you grow up to be 45, and then you're trying to blame the people who are giving you advice, talking about how people gave you different kind of advice, yet you claim to be independent and you can think on your own and you got all these degrees. So clearly you would have figured everything out. I don't know. Shout out to Lapif and the panel. Shout out to Akeem. Shout out to Miss Mariam. She's in the building. Shout out to the Sophisticated Jerk. I think I've seen the Sophisticated Jerk. That's such a weird name, man. I think I've seen this, bro. I think I've seen you somewhere in some other panel. I'm not sure where, but I could have sworn I've seen you somewhere else. I'm not sure where. Supporting. I know you support everybody. I just can't remember where I've seen you for the life of me. Where have I seen you, man? Where have I seen you? Guys, and I know my internet is jumping, but I think that's because everybody's home. So I probably need to change my internet anyway. All right, who else came to the panel? Let me see. All right, we're gonna go to the next video. My internet is jumping, so if it keeps jumping, then I don't like the experience that you guys get when my internet is jumping all over the place. But let's keep cooking. For now, I got another video. Let's see. You guys might like this. I know Anton Daniels has been going viral for the past 2 weeks. Have you guys been following that? Anton Daniels verse Corey Holcomb. I did react to that a little bit. But also other people have been reacting to it. I got tired of it because it's crazy. But it works for Anton Daniels because Anton Daniels likes to go viral anyway. It's a content thing, so for him it works. Anyway, let's go. Shout out to Sophisticated Jerk for the $5 super chat. Oh my God, Miss Mariam doesn't like Corey. I think that's because he smacked a woman, right? Right, Miss Mariam? Because there's another video that came out and showed him smacking a woman. That's probably it. I'm sure before that you didn't care for him. Well, you didn't think he was a lowlife until you watched that video, which the video was crazy. But apparently there was a lawsuit and they dropped the lawsuit. But now with this video, I don't know if it's gonna come back again. So I don't know, man. People have a crazy life, but I don't like to judge people too much because my life ain't perfect either. But some things I see and I'm like, damn, I would hate to be in that position. You say, yeah, and he involved Anton's wife. Yeah, I did react to that when he brought up Anton Daniels' wife and kid. That was crazy. That wasn't a fair fight. They should have just stuck to dissing themselves. But he brought in the kids and the wife, especially the kid. The wife, I mean, the wife has been on the internet for some time. It's just that Anton Daniels doesn't bring the wife on anymore these days. But he used to do vlogging with the wife. So the wife, I would understand. She's kind of, but the kid, yeah, the kid was a little bit. But I mean, again, at the same time, we're talking, like you said, Corey Holcomb, that's who he is. He's going to go there. So I'd rather stay away from, creating issues with people like that. Anyway, let's get into it.
Prime example. I already went through this. I already know this, right? But I'm gonna give you an example because today was definitely an eye opener. So my car got stolen. I found out this morning. Today is Sunday.
I didn't leave out yesterday. The last time I was in my car was Friday. I think I parked it at 4:30 p.m. before traffic because y'all know I don't like to be out like that. Anyways, car was stolen. Called the police this morning, calling insurance and stuff like that. I only talked to 2 people about this situation. One person I call, my friend. He always got my back. He there for me. He's old school. Like, you don't have to, he's a man. He's one of them old school men where it's like, he gonna take the initiative. If there's a problem, he has a solution. I call him today, not to like ask for money or anything like that, but I'm just like, you will not believe what the fuck happened. At the end of the phone call, after I've been in, and then after because I had some questions about insurance and stuff like that, after he was like, well, I'm gonna send you some money to help with the rental car. I was like, oh, you don't have to. I didn't call for no money. I just wanted to talk about it. He was like, yeah, I know, but I just want to try to help out. This is tough. Especially I had been crying, y'all. This other dude that I had been talking to, he was just no help, especially because I was already on it. He pretty much like, did you call the police? You call your insurance company? Like, he's pretty much asking me if I did everything that I already did. And he was like, and I think he could tell I was getting frustrated. He was like, I'm sorry, I was just trying to help. He said, you need to use my car. I'm leaving West Virginia or some shit like that. I said, what time will you be back? He's like, in 3 hours. 3 hours probably would have put him here at 12 o'clock. I didn't talk to this motherfucker till 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock at night. And yeah, I was pissed. I was, oh yeah, he getting cut off. Like, ain't no way in hell I came to you. You know what's going on. And you ain't call and check on me all day. I was like, he really just don't like me. That's all it is. He just don't like me. Ain't no excuse. So he called me. He's like, yeah, you still need to use my car. I said, well, I don't have shit to do now. I don't, like, what? Yeah. He was like, I'm trying to be here. I'm trying to help. And he just was not helping. He was not being there. Like, do y'all get it, ladies? He ain't ask, you need some food? He ain't check on me. He was not here helping me with phone calls. He was not here making sure I was good. Let me get you out the house. That right there confirmed that this motherfucker need to get out my life. He got to go.
So, question is, well, I got a lot of questions, but just to summarize, she was basically saying from the very beginning, and y'all probably missed the very, very, very beginning, but she said that basically, she's tired of dealing with guys that she's letting her bust down, or that she's fucking, and they can't do nothing for her. Meanwhile, the guy that, her friend, the other guy, is sending her money. He's, all of that type of stuff. What do y'all think about this?
She's immature. That's just simple. If that's what she was saying the whole time, because I almost fell asleep. She was just going on and on. I almost forgot the plot. I didn't know what we were supposed to be addressing. But if she's smashing guys she basically really don't like, that's just immaturity because you're.
Well, no. Let me play the very beginning one more time. Watch this. Listen to what she said.
You can't be these men that can't be there when you need someone. Prime example.
So, yeah, want to make sure that y'all understand what she's saying.
She said men. She's a bust down is what she is. She said men, not a man.
And I muted out the effort, but she said you can't be fucking with. I'm tired of fucking with these men that can't do anything for her when you need somebody.
Yeah. But how come she not waiting until they do something for her first?
What you sound?
Man, she lost. It sounds like she owe her friend some coochie. Like basically, this man is willing to do a lot for you, and you're not willing to give it up.
She doesn't get it. She thinks the guy who's the friend, the one she friend zoned, is spending money on her just for the sake of it. The only reason he's spending money trying to be a nice guy is because he's hoping he's gonna fall in some punani later. The guy who doesn't help anymore is because he already got the punani. I don't know why ladies are so out of touch with the reality. No man is just gonna give you money and be nice just for the sake of it. Now, if he has so much money and your sister or niece or cousin, okay. But no man is just gonna, because a man's money is just like a woman's punani, if we're gonna be honest. That's how important it is. Shout out to Leosha in the building.
You don't think I think he's fucking her too.
I think she was fucking all of them.
If that was the case, she would include him, and she wouldn't even post this story.
Nah,
she wouldn't even post
I
the
think that
story
she
if
probably
that
is.
was the case because it wouldn't be no issue.
Yeah.
I
No,
think that
maybe
is
she
because
really
she
liked
ain't
the
good
other
at it.
guy. Maybe she really
Yeah,
liked
she
the
know.
other guy.
No, she don't. Because if she liked him, she wouldn't have posted this video.
No, but she's angry that he didn't do that. She's mad at him because she likes him, and because she said he doesn't like me. That's a weird thing to say because that's how she feels, like he doesn't like her.
Yeah,
because women believe a man only likes them if he spends money. Unfortunately, that's the game. That's how the game is played. I don't make the rules, but that's how women literally believe it is. They believe you like her if you spend money.
Example,
You already know.
She
You
said,
already know.
Here
Go ahead,
goes
I'm
this
sorry.
guy that's I'm having sex with both of y'all. But at least this guy is giving me money. I really don't like him, but I'm having sex with him. But I'm having sex with you, and I like you, and you ain't doing shit for me.
The one that's
that's
giving
the
her
case.
the one that's giving her money, he can't fuck all that good. The one that she do like, that's when she really want it from, but he just looking at you like something to hit. That's all that is.
Yeah, but once again, y'all assuming it. I promise
Yeah,
you, if she was piping down this dude, she would most definitely not have posted this video, bro. Like I promise you, it would be a whole different context to the video.
I do. I mean, I
that.
think
I
she's
didn't
spot
take
on.
that. It could be. And most
I
women
think
don't
she's
even
spot
most women
on.
don't even know what they want anyway. So let's just put that out.
Well, she
I
wasn't
think- I-
wrong.
I think
she
she was
didn't say
having sex with
anything
both.
wrong. She.
I don't think
like,
she's doing
It
anything with
was-
the guy that's helping her. I think that he's helping
Right.
her and he probably wants to, but that's a lot of women. They have a guy that will help them financially or whatever the case may be, but they're not giving them anything. But the guy who's not doing anything for the woman is the one that she's going to give the most to. So that's a lot of women. I think
He did a lot for her too. The other guy too, because he
What he
just
do? He ain't
because
do
she had it handled. She had everything handled. Then he offered his card to her. Like, you know
That's
what I'm saying?
all he really did. But then he went ghost on her all day. So
Yeah, because
offered
that-
your call just to go ghost on me. Now I even need the call. You like
So
so
then
you
why
could
don't
have
get
just
rid of
never
the call?
offered it in the first place. You could have just never offered it in the first place.
Yeah, but why you don't just get there? He's right. I would have said, why you don't get a rental car? This is my problem. It's not your
Why
problem.
don't wait a minute? Why do women get called a hoe if they require a man to do something for them? But we talk about them if they don't require nothing. What should they require?
Who called her a hoe?
I think women should
No,
women should stop requiring a lot from different men. I think that's what is an issue. Like, get a man and stop requiring multiple things from multiple different dudes. Like, that's when you become
I
a
know.
hoe. Women are too busy trying to think that they can have everything out of every different dude. You're never going to be satisfied. So find a man, stick with that one guy instead of trying to date 5 different dudes. That's why you look like a hoe. Because why are you trying to get multiple things from multiple different guys? Like, what are you looking for? And nobody's ever going to be satisfied 100%. So if you have one guy you date because you want a meal, and you have another guy who you're just giving sex to, it's like, find a boyfriend or find a man and just sit down. Like, I don't know.
Why do y'all think that? Why do y'all think that that both dudes is busting her down?
Yeah,
I think they're right.
No, I think the friend, the nice guy, the one who just gave her money for the sake of it, is not really busting her down yet, in my opinion. Also, Leosha, stop lying. Leosha is talking about not me, but I agree. Leosha, you're not going to sit here and tell me you've always known that a man who doesn't give you money doesn't like you or something like that. You know, these are things we all learn as we get older. Unfortunately, some women to this day, whether they're 45 or 55, they believe a man only likes her when he gives her money. And remember, the friends believe the same thing, you know, so I can see how women may believe that. Even they will choose a man who's not nice to them, but gives them money over the nice guy who really cares for them but doesn't give them money. Unfortunately, that's how it is. What is it? She's saying, how are you going to tell me? I'm going to tell you because every woman, for some reason, is the exception to the rule. That's why.
Where that's what I got from the very first.
I never got that. I didn't.
She is
I
not.
never-
The other guy
think
trying to say
she
his way in.
I think she's in an awakening. Like she's almost there to getting the point. Like you should have been giving more of your attention to the guy who's willing to take care of you and make sure you're good. But you're
Why you
giving
think
it to
that
a
she wasn't
guy
giving him
that
attention?
doesn't really care
I
about
think
you.
that he in the friend zone. The other guy.
Yeah.
Only,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say
Mr.
this.
Nice Guy.
I think,
This is just
I
a
think
prime
the one that's giving
example.
money up, he might be an older dude. He might be an older dude. If he,
Yeah, I get that sense.
It doesn't matter how old he is because if he was busting her down, she would not be complaining on this video. The
An
whole
older
context
dude.
of the video
Yeah.
will be different. I promise you.
No,
That's just
I'm saying-
majority of women is going to operate like that.
You
I'm saying a
talking
younger
like
guy
you
ain't going for
talking
that
like
too much
all
though,
men
bro.
have big dick energy. All men don't have big dick energy. I'm sorry. Like there's going
What that got to do with anything I'm talking about?
She's saying that
She's saying because like
because you're saying that if she was smashing the guy, she wouldn't be complaining. That's bullshit. Women come on the internet all the time and they complain about men that they are smashing, they are with all the time. So that doesn't mean anything. That's why I said not all men have big dick energy.
Yeah, but she gave the time. She gave the timeline of what she did the whole day. If she smashed him, she would have included that in there. She didn't do nothing that whole day.
We're not saying, oh, the same day smash. We're just saying that
right.
there's a huge possibility that this woman was actually intimate with this man, and which is
What
why she's
context?
so pressed about what he is doing and what he's not doing.
But you going off on this,
What
you
made
going off on
y'all
an
feel like
assumption.
that,
You don't know
though?
that for sure.
Where did
You going
y'all
off
get
an
that
You don't
assumption.
know for sure. That's what we do.
No, I'm not saying that I'm getting it.
But like,
No,
what
I'm
made
saying-
y'all feel like that? What led y'all? And what in the video did y'all hear that was like, all right, yeah, she's fucking both of them?
Because I wouldn't give nobody no money unless I'm fucking. So I'm
I'm gonna tell
thinking
you why she
thinking that he's having
No,
sex
no,
with
no.
her.
You-
We know
you
that
wouldn't
there's
give
men that
no-
would.
But
Yeah.
You wouldn't give nobody no money unless you fucking.
But I don't think
I don't
you
think.
Hey,
I'm gonna tell you, I was gonna say,
Come
I
on,
don't
now.
think that that's the majority of guys.
And that's why I said it might be.
All
That's
I'm
why I
saying
said it might.
is realistic. Be realistic. That's all I'm saying.
the reason why
You
she's
gotta
not
be an
messing
older
with
dude.
the guy that actually helped her was because she said to him, I didn't call you for you to help me or give me any money. If she was sleeping with him, she would want him to help her financially. So in my opinion, I feel like when she was just venting to him, she's talking to him more like a friend. Like, I'm not looking for anything from you. So when he offered, she was like, that's not what I called you for. Now the guy that she was having
Now,
Oh,
sex
come
with,
on, Brittany.
No, yeah, she's
Yeah. Brittany's kind of right because even if you are friends with benefits with a woman, after some time, she's going to expect you to, if she needs something, she's going to hope you're the first guy who's going to give her something. Even if you're friends with benefits, no strings attached. After some point, after some time, women don't think sex is just like a handshake. It's supposed to be a handshake. You know, we had some sex, that's it. You got something from it, I got something from it. She expects something else, something additional usually, which is financial support, money. So she's gonna hope if I have a female, you know, friends with benefits, if she calls me and she needs something, she's going to expect me to give her something after some point. It's either that or she's going to develop feelings she doesn't want me to have another woman eventually after some time.
I'm not saying she didn't want the money. I'm just saying I'm not saying she didn't want the money.
Brittany, you know these women, y'all have it.
Can't call for no reason.
They can. I'm not saying they can't.
You said they be
You
what?
know these women be dry begging. I didn't really want it.
No, they do. I'm not saying that women don't, but for her to give the other guy smoke about
Question, Brittany. Let me ask you a question, Brittany.
Mhm.
All right, because I'm gonna ask y'all a series of questions throughout these whole conversations. Why would she call her friend first?
Because she knew he was going to give her some money. Because he does it all
he's
the
a
time.
nice guy.
Or he helps her out all the
He's a
time.
nice guy.
Now, if he's
Like,
the one that
why
helps
wouldn't
her
she call the guy that she fucking first? Why would
Because she knew he wasn't going to help her. That's why, I mean, that she knows what he's good
She knew
for,
his
and it ain't
funds
the
was
money.
I mean, that I'm not saying that's not a possibility. It was just the way I'm going off of what she said. Like the way she said it, when she said I was annoyed or whatever, my car got stolen, I called somebody to vent to it about, like, you know what I mean? Like I called to vent about it, I was upset, whatever. And when she said now you could be right, because if she didn't want the money, she didn't have to take it. So that is not a possibility. I just think that the energy she gave, either like both of them, is different. And usually a woman, when she's having sex with a guy, she's going to be more emotional about something. She's going to invest more of her feelings into it. So that's why I said I feel like she's not necessarily sleeping with the guy who gave her the money. I think she might have used him for money, but I don't think she's actually sleeping with him. I just don't.
Nah. The days of women being attached to you emotionally because you're having sex, those days are like 20 years ago. These days, a woman will fuck you and leave you like nothing happened. Whether the sex was good or not, like nothing happened. Now, when money is involved, then she may be attached. Then she may think about it. Then she may pick up the phone to check on you. When there's no money involved, just clap them cheeks. It doesn't matter because they've done it so many times, so they have lost touch. But when there's money involved and there's good sex, then she may have some emotions attached. And hey, what's up? How you doing? It's been a while. I want to see you, because she knows you got the money.
Why can't she had an accident? She goes and gets her insurance and takes care of it. Why is she involving other people? That's what I would say. I would say, why
She a grown woman. She's a grown woman at the end of the day. Why you?
That's
I mean,
that's just.
I'm not getting a hand job or nothing. You're going to ask me for money?
Can
Girl, you better
He's
wrap your
touchy.
hand around my dick.
Shit.
Neither one of them are her man. The vibe I get. Neither one of them are her man.
Y'all
That's the problem.
gotta let Dalen get her shit off. Go ahead.
I'm just, I don't know if I'm lost, if I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, you lost.
Okay, simple. How are we debating whether or not she's sleeping with both men instead of asking ourselves, why do women not find the men that do the things that they really want them to do sexually attractive? Like, why is the romantic attraction there, but the sexual attraction isn't? But the sexual attraction is to someone that you have to like encourage or teach how to treat you. Like, I think that's like the dilemma here.
People,
They're trying to get us to
women have had too many sexual partners, man. So the thing about this, they're already used to a certain type of guy, and he might not have been shit to her, but he had the good dick, and they try to chase that same good dick. They're trying to find that in a different dude that she got. Like the dude that she really want probably ain't got that type of sexual thing, but that's what making their mind keep doing. That's why God want us to, be virgins. It's all going back to that, man.
So we as women prioritize our sexual satisfaction over our overall life.
Yeah, y'all don't know what y'all want. Y'all be confused out here.
I'm starting.
That's why I was saying she's spot on, because she should have been giving more of her attention to the guy that's willing to take care of her. Like you giving your attention to a dude who clearly, who's showing he don't really care about your best interest. Like he don't care about your best interest, and you sleeping with him and he's not giving you no time of day. But the guy that you're not sleeping with is willing to give you money, make sure you set up for your next situation. He's willing to take care of you. Women need to start looking at what's right in front of them rather than,
But why don't they?
It's the bottom. It's the bottom. That's what it is. I just figured it out. When you reach the bottom of the woman's poom, peppy, whatever you want to call it, it's like they mind. I kid you not. It's like when that penis really hits you up in your gut. I'm just saying it trains in a woman, and she believes that penetration is a man's way of saying that they love them and will care for them and will do for them.
A man do that to you?
The time of passion is over, And
Are
it's
you trolling, girl? Are you serious? Or are you trolling right now?
Delusional just with words. I don't
Oh,
think
she's
serious. She used to
I
this.
think we've heard.
She's probably serious, but you see, even Yosha said it. Yosha is saying if there's no money involved, you don't get the draws. So that's why women like to talk about the first date, because she's trying to see, are you willing to spend money on me even if you're getting nothing in return? Because remember, guys, just because you take a woman on an expensive dinner date doesn't mean you're going to get anything in return. Usually she even wanted to go with you because she had nothing to do. Majority of women who go on dates with you is because the date that you planned, she had nothing better to do. If I, Boogie, tell a woman, let's go on a coffee date or let's get drinks, and then the next guy, Skinny, is like, let's go to a steak dinner, she's going to cancel on me. You know what I mean? So usually if a woman is going on date with you, that's because she had nothing really else to do for the most part. But the truth is, I don't believe sex or good dick can keep a woman anymore. And the reason why is because they use so many toys. So even if the woman doesn't sleep around, let's just say the woman doesn't sleep around, your good dick won't keep her around because they use so many toys. They literally don't need your good dick. So if the good dick doesn't come with the money, she's never going to claim you. She's never going to brag about you. But if money is involved, then she's going to be picking up the phone to text you and to check on you. That is the truth. So I agree with Lyosha. If there's no money involved, no draws.
Women say, like, I just can't leave him alone because it's so good. Like, you will tell us, like, he did this and he did that, or he won't do this and won't do that. And then, like, if your girlfriend say, well, why won't you leave him? Because
big dick energy.
It's biology wise. Like, when you touch a woman's body, like, that's the way we express our love for men. That's why we can afford to do that with every man, because every woman is not not get attracted outside of sex to that man because he's in your most sacred part of your body. So I just don't understand, even to this day, like, why is it that the man that disrespects you the most can make you feel so good, but the man that makes you feel good outside of sexual pleasure, you feel like maybe doesn't deserve that part of it, you know?
Yeah, because it's trauma. And Delene is right. Women have it backwards. Like I said, the man who treats her nice, she doesn't want him if he doesn't have any money. But the man who treats her like shit, cheats on her, but has the money, she will do whatever he says. She will stay around. They have it backwards, but I think it's just trauma. Could be a little bit of how she grew up, what she's used to, how many guys she has had around. You know, it's just a bunch of so many things for you to see life the opposite way. And some men do that as well. You guys have seen men who like toxic women. He's attracted to a woman who's toxic, who fights with him, who talks back, who punches him, who slashes his tires, who fights him, but he's still stuck with her. Some men have that thing too. And it's like, bro, come on, man. How are you dealing with this? But because the way I love my peace, man, I don't even want to argue. Like, I don't want to argue with you. Like, no. But anyway, shout out to Anton Daniels. But if you guys believe that unless you have a bazooka, I'm talking about 20-inch, 20-inch Mutombo or something like that. But the days of thinking your good dick is going to keep a woman and is going to make her come back. Yeah, but I'm talking about she's going to stay with you forever and she loves you and she's going to listen to you. If you think dick is going to do it, those days are gone. The women don't care about that shit anymore. Now, if you have a couple $1 million, now we are talking. Now they're going to listen. You know what I mean? But those days where a woman would literally, because back in the day, I'm talking about probably 30, maybe 40 years ago, if a man and woman had sex, it would be like a relationship. You wouldn't even have to talk about it. It would be like automatic. Okay, we are together, we're in a relationship. But now women are literally saying, even if I have sex with you, if you don't claim me, we're not together, I'm going to do what I want to do. The times have changed, man. Those days of a woman being attached to you because you had sex, she's going to be like, what do you mean? First of all, women don't even count it as sex if there's a condom used. If there's a condom involved, they don't count it as a body. If it was a one night stand, they don't count it as a body. So what are you talking about with, you know, we had sex, she's gonna be attached to me? Those days are gone, man. Those days are gone. Anyway, let's go to the next video. I think my internet is a little bit better. So wait, Leosha, am I lying? Am I lying? Why are you saying yes? Lying? I'm not lying. You know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Oh my God, Skinny, I gotta pin your comment. You're right. They say that too. How the hell did I forget? How the hell did I forget that? Hold on. Where's Skinny's comment? I gotta show that. That's facts. That's facts. Skinny, you're right. They say that too. Yep, they say that too. If the sex was bad, they don't count it. If the sex was bad, they don't count it. So if the sex was bad and that was supposed to be the 100th body, she's gonna say I have 99 bodies. She's never gonna count that. Also, Skinny, if we're gonna go there, they don't count the bodies when the man didn't make her come. If she didn't finish, if she didn't get to the, you know what I mean? They don't count it. They don't count it. So, you know, they don't count it. One night stands, they don't count them because it wasn't a relationship. Yeah. Leosha, you know what we're talking about? You know it's true. They don't count it. Condoms, one night stands, bad sex, if there was no debt involved, so which is kind of like the same thing as a one night stand. So if you know you just meet, there's a sexual attraction and you guys clap each other, they don't count that. So they usually count if the debt was involved and the relationship was involved and it was a long-term relationship and somebody saw you guys together, then they'll count that. They don't count it if a condom was used. You know, it's a bunch of all these things, man. We have so many born-again virgins out here. So anyway, let's get to the next video here from 8 at the table. Okay. Just give me 1 second.
And she woke up one day and no, I don't want this.
Say that.
Let's just say, let's just say he was 100%. And she woke up one day and saying, no, I don't want this legit dude. This 100. I have the best relationship that has ever existed in the existence of relationships. What rational?
Women aren't rational.
No, hold on. Women are not irrational.
Women aren't rational.
Okay.
That's the reality. Look, and you may not like what I'm saying. Women are rational. Women are the only people that will get upset at you for giving them what they want. A woman will want a man who has, oh, I want a man who's wealthy, who's affluent. She gets that. They get married, and now she's complaining about time. Right now, he gives her a time,
but
and now
she didn't know what she wanted.
Wait, and now. You just listen. You just hit it right.
No.
Know what they want.
Wait, but not knowing what you want and irrational is not the same thing.
And then wait, and now he gives her time. Now he puts work aside. Now he's home all the time. Oh, he's home too much. Why are you always home? This is what men deal with on the regular. This is something that I've. This is something.
So men don't do like what do?
No, and I'm not saying this is.
Men be doing a lot of stuff.
Men do, and I'm not saying we don't. But what I'm telling you is, this is something that I've learned to accept about women. I'm not saying it like it's a jab or it's a detriment. Once again, I speak to how God designed us, and I've learned that this is how God has designed y'all. You understand? And y'all are the only ones. And this is, I always say,
A man's job is to provide and protect. And the number one thing you have to protect a woman from is herself. That's the reality.
Maybe it is. So do it. Maybe it's the truth.
That's the reality.
You guys think
we have a long list of jobs too.
You think after all this time?
No,
there
I'm not
should be-
complaining.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm stating it as a fact. The future faking, you should be able to be punished because, look, you walk into a casino. You know you might win, you might lose. If you lose, you're not able to sue the casino. But if you walked in knowing that you were going to cheat the casino, right?
Right.
Then they have the right to
Right.
punish you however they wish
we're talking about
because,
intent, then.
because your intent.
Yes,
it's about intent.
exactly.
Your intent was malicious.
But also, I'm sorry, but like, I'm not. You can't sue. You can't take legal act. I mean,
There's no way to prove it.
No, right. But also, allowing someone to take that many years of your time is also your own. Your own. Because I'm just
you got to be accountable. There has to be accountability.
Yeah, you got to start waking up.
You got to take
but,
the L.
But wait.
Yeah.
But then again, like, y'all saw Lorenz Tate in Menace to Society. People are great actors. Like, I really thought he was O-Dog. Like, people are great actors.
That would be her intent then. That would go towards her intent if she was acting the whole time.
No, but what I'm saying is, so yes, I totally do agree that people have to take a level of accountability for what they allow, but some people are amazing actors.
They are. I will agree with
some people are amazing. Look, man, like, they have dinner with your family and your mother's like, oh my God, you got to marry this guy. Like, some people are amazing actors. Or you got to marry this woman. Some people are amazing actors, you know? So although fault does fall on the back of the victim to a degree, but I'm just saying that some people are great actors, man.
They're her full side.
Let's find her man. I can do this. What's her name?
I actually would love to hear both sides.
I'd like to hear his side. And I only brought that up because we did discuss the woman that wanted to sue the guy for wasting her time.
Which is out of line.
But I do respect hearing you guys as like your side of, you know, how men think versus how we think. So it's kind of like cool to hear that, because sometimes, you know, I have my point of view as a woman and then I hear it from men's side. I do know that sometimes it might be about to be my top of the month. And I will end all of this. So rational or whatever, you know, so it's like
You can hear the same situation from a man's perspective and a woman tends to be two totally
different stories. Right.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that means that my feelings or the things that, you know, the reasons I make choices are always off of like, you know,
Not at all.
both
No,
you know, unimportant things.
Your feelings are always valid. I think with men, I think sometimes it gets frustrating, right? Because we believe in y'all, right? And man complex. Some call it Captain Save a whole complex, right? Where we think that, no, I'm going to teach her, I'm going to lead her. She's been through this. She's had the wrong guys, and she's going to grow with me, right? And she's going to begin to understand how much I love her and have fear of abandonment. A lot of women can't accept your love, and you try. No,
Because
look,
a lot of guys act like the good guy. They from a guy that was saying the same.
I get it.
So what are you going to say?
I get it, but I'm not the guy that.
I don't wanna hear that
But I'm
shit.
not. But I'm not the guy that robbed you.
Yeah, but guess what? It's still a level that
But
I have.
I'm still
I have to get
not
through.
the guy that robbed you.
Right.
So at the end of the day, why do I keep paying for the ghosts of your past? That's the thing.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you.
and
I
I'm
actually
not-
think
and I'm
that
not-
now for you
and
to
I'm not-
sit with the person for 5 years that's showing you that would be an issue.
And I'm not saying, and once again, we don't go into it this way. Okay, we go into it. All right.
Madly in love.
No, it's not even madly in love. We identify, okay, she has traumas. We have conversations, you know, God willing, our conversations are about more than sex, right? And we speak about your childhood. We speak about your upbringing. We speak about whether you had one parent, both parents. So to a degree, I get an understanding. Okay, this is where it's still there, right? And you have to understand that what that also comes with, it comes with the man not being acknowledged. It comes with the man, his efforts not being appreciated because you think that he's the guy that broke your heart.
Yeah, but also if they didn't see their own mother acknowledge and respect their father in the house, how are they ever going to learn how to respect a man? They didn't see their own mom doing it. Because I don't know if you guys know, but kids literally, we try to do everything that we saw our parents do, or that what we saw in the environment when we were growing up. Because when we are grown, it takes effort to do what we are supposed to do. It takes discipline. It takes hard work. relationships take all those things too, but most people don't want to put in that effort. The effort to learn to listen, to respect, to how to argue with the next person in a respectful way. So it takes effort as an adult to try to do the right thing. But when we are kids, we literally try to emulate what we saw our parents do. So how is a woman or a man going to respect the opposite sex if you didn't see it in the house? If you didn't see it in the house, somebody out of the house has to convince you that this is what you should do, but you didn't see it. So I have to cut women some slack, because at the end of the day, as men, because most people don't have the conversations. How did you grow up? Did you have your two parents? Were they married? Do you know how to solve conflict and things like that? Most people, when they're getting to know each other, they never have those deeper conversations. But at the end of the day, if the woman you're dating, if the man you're dating didn't grow up in a two-parent household, and they didn't see the mother respecting the father, or the father being in the house and paying all the bills, how can you expect it from the opposite sex? It's never going to work.
It's draining and it's exhausting. And then what begins to happen is the man begins to question
resentment.
It's not, and sometimes it's not even resentment, but what happens is you won't allow him to lead. Now you're beginning to make him question his own competency. Am I even worth leading? Now it starts to affect him. And sometimes he leaves, not because he wants to, but because if he doesn't, you're going to destroy him.
Yeah, your inadequacies affect his identity.
Yes.
So
because he sees himself through your eyes. If my woman sees me as nothing, then how can I be anything? That's the part y'all don't understand.
I'm about to say, Jada is eating it up over there.
That was so good.
No, I'm just saying that's the look, man.
I feel like I'm just starting to get to know a
If
species.
this would happen while you were older, that's a complete different mind fuck. Like if you're in your past 35 and you're in your 40s and this is happening, and you've already created this identity for yourself, you already know who you are, you already done the work. That's devastating.
Yeah.
Is that your story?
That's literally the story. That's it. My story?
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying we're older men. So imagine going through our battles that we know personally as men on a daily basis, and we get to a point where we're tired of our own shit, and then we go fix our shit, and now we say, okay, I fixed a lot of my shit, but the stuff I haven't fixed, I'm still willing to work on. I'm willing to work on it with you, while also taking on your stuff. And then you say, wake up one day and be like, oh, I don't want this.
And then after you go deal with a man that's worse than me, Cardi B.
Every time.
I mean, but
what? You can't say Cardi
that was
B.
a joke.
I was gonna say, I didn't know if you really
That's
thought
her
that
own decision.
Whose own decision?
If
Are you talking about Cardi B? We're talking about.
No, I'm not talking about Cardi B.
I said Cardi B because I knew it would set y'all off.
I would speak to what he was saying before. Like, you don't know what you want.
This was a comment that a woman left, right, under one of my posts. It's about standards. She said a standard is supposed to be a non-negotiable value that applies regardless of who's in front of you. When expectations shift based on attraction, status, or emotional attachment, those aren't standards anymore. They're preferences with exceptions. The problem isn't that women have standards. It's that when those standards disappear for certain men, it creates confusion and mixed messaging. Consistency is what gives standards credibility. Without it, you're not standing on principles. You're reacting to desire.
That's facts. That's why you see a single mom, the baby daddies ain't shit, but then she wants the new guy, the nice guy, the stepfather, who's going to be the stepfather to our kids because the baby daddies are not in the kids' lives. And she wants him to make the six figures that yet the baby daddies were not making six figures. So ladies, it's not wrong to have your standards, but we are saying, can those standards be the same for everybody? Don't pick and choose because Boogie is 5'7". You're going to have all these standards you want for Boogie, but then you meet a guy who's 6'5", and then you're going to give it up on the first night. But when you meet Boogie because he's 5'7", you're going to tell him, oh, it's going to be 90 days or it's going to be until after marriage. You know those standards? And then they want to have a threesome. I'm sure you guys have seen this on social media. Some women have literally said they would rather have a threesome with a friends with benefits type of guy rather than having a threesome with a husband, because the husband is only for them. The good guy doesn't have to enjoy the threesome, but the bad guy, quote unquote bad guy, can enjoy the threesome because, who cares about him? We're just going to have a threesome. I may never see him again. But the good guy, the husband who's going to pay all the bills, no threesome for him. those standards. I mean, everyone can have standards as long as they're the same, but women pick and choose which guys they can have standards for. And it's crazy. That's why men are saying this is not fair. So some men are saying this is not fair. Women don't like when men say this is not fair. So men are saying, okay, to hell with this, because this game, you can't win the game. You're just going to lose every time. And the only way to not to lose is not to play. And then if you don't play, the ladies are going to call you an incel. It's just crazy times we live in. Anyway, man, shout out to you guys in the chat. I'm going to, let me see, Skinny, good point. Shout out to the Yosha for pulling up on your boy. Shout out to Miss Mariam, as always. Big support of the show. Shout out to the sophisticated jerk. Is that your name, man? Hakeem Glass, shout out to you. Mr. Broadway Rabbit. Yeah. Hey, Leosha, you still in the chat? We should make some plans and do a live stream together, Leosha. What do you think about that? I don't know if she's still in the chat, but I think that would be cool. Me and Leosha on a live stream. I think that would be cool. I don't know if she's still here. She probably went to work out. She likes to work out. I like to work out too. I've just been busy of late. All right, guys, man. Like the video as I'm heading out. I'll be back. Not sure when, but I'll definitely be back. And obviously, I'll be dropping videos as usual. So keep supporting your boy. All right. Till next time. Peace.